Alright guys, this doesn't look like it's going to be too terrible. This is the female stock X05 automatic transmission connector off of my original crispy as can be harness. The wires, by the way, on the inside are not crispy at all, really. It was pretty much just everything on the inside. So anyway, rather than destroy the extension harness there, the little patch harness, I'm not going to use this anyway off my original harness, so I decided to just cut the wires off of that one. That way I got a backup in case I screw something up or whatever. But a couple things. So again, I want to give props to Tim McCreary. He's basically the reason why this is even easy enough to do, or possible, because he took the time to go through the wiring schematics and all that good jazz. So seriously, thank you for that, buddy, if you're still around on the forums. Hopefully you see this. Anyway, you can't just directly depin the connectors from the X05 here and put them into this. Well, let me add a stipulation that not all of them. All these connectors right here, the smaller ones, you should be able to do that. But these, what is there, 5 big connectors right here, obviously you can't depin the smaller pins from that connector and put them into this one. So these 5 pins, I'm probably going to have to, I'm trying to be careful with this, so I don't want to cut and splice wires. I really hate doing that, and also I just spent $1,000 on that harness. So the last thing I want to do is go and start hacking wires before I have any idea if this is going to work correctly. So I think what I'm going to do is just depin the connectors from that, pin them into here, and then for these 5 connectors right here, I'm probably going to pull the pins out for those 5 and basically just solder them directly to the wire on, just solder them directly onto the wire of this connector. So basically the pin side will be like sitting right here. I'll pull away some wire here, solder it directly to that, tape, and then shrink it up. So by the way, if you're a giant crimper fan, just, you know, get over it. I'm not, the idea here is it can be reversed. If it works well, I might go back and then just crimp it properly. Eventually, the goal too is, once this car is completely set up and ready to go and it's running and it's bulletproof, no weird issues, I plan to take the harness out and then depin and remove all of the connectors and wires for all the crap that I don't need. So all the emission stuff, all that stuff is gone. Eventually I want to just pull it out completely from the harness so that I have a nice clean harness without a whole bunch of connectors just lying around all over in the engine bay. So ultimately down the road I might, like I said, if everything works, I'll probably just go back and crimp the wires and crimp them directly to the end of this wire so that it's you know, no solder in there, and so it's 100% good to go. Either way, this will be a plug and play kind of deal. So everything I'm taking out of here and putting on this connector will plug in and then plug back out, so there's no wires like directly connected to each other that have to be chopped off. I want to remove the harness or anything like that. So trying to do this as clean as possible. That's the plan. We'll see how it goes. The X14 is basically going to be the same deal. I have that connector right here, and this time all the pins are the same size. There's, I think, about 4 more on the auto than there is on the manual, but they'll just be unused, so I'll just basically unpin everything I need, or actually just unpin everything from here and then just repin it where it needs to go on this connector, and then that should go directly in. And with any luck, man, that'll get me a heck of a lot closer than where I am now. So, making progress. There's light at the end of the tunnel. Alright, see you in a little while.